Hello, subscribers and freeloaders. I am Ricky, and I am a person of means, which means I have cash money. And I'm here today to adjust and to fix this radical community of Marxists, anarchists, communists, USSRians, and other crazy people, which Rose has summoned here throughout the 1 year he's been renting my channel. Once again, for those of you who missed it, my name is Ricky. I am a strong believer in freedom, in markets, in capitalism, in human entrepreneurship, in charities, and in the ability for people to self-govern without the influence of a meddling state. I myself am a true classical liberal in the belief of free markets, not the other beliefs like free markets. Some people, some crazy lefties, would call me an anarcho-capitalist. Crazy. Ricky Wrist. I do not associate with Rose Wrist. I am just here today to let you all know to stop being lazy, people having your hand out to the government, please give me some money, and to tell you to get back on your feet and to motivate you with my spirit of entrepreneurship and my success. I personally rose to fame through the hard work and the effort and the sweat and the tears and the mental fortitude required to invest all my parents' money into industries which I predicted would be successful within the future. Human entrepreneurship, otherwise called slavery. These are the exact type of brain-led communist takes that I will not be tolerating during today's stream. What are those glasses? Beautiful. Rick Ruster, what's your view on women? I think the females are important for society. It seemed they were happier before they started doing these jobs. But, I guess, I'm not going to have the government tell them to do anything, these females, but the females can do whatever they want, okay? I like females. I'm quite the enjoyer of females, okay? Love females. What's your take on saying the N-word? I believe that for far too long, the cancel culture PC mafia have been restricting people's abilities to say the words that they wish in public and in private. As a ANCAP, a classical liberal, I believe that your vocal cords shall not be restricted by culture and by government. Are co-ops based? You mean those petty firms that only exist in a small fraction of the economy, where instead of rewarding hard-working entrepreneurs like myself, all the wealth is siphoned off by the working class, the peasants? I don't think so. I don't think they're very based. What are they even based on? Based on what? Can you give me money, Ricky? Excuse me? Do I look like the welfare state to you? And all of you, I don't think I have a single blue name in chat. I have Big Mac. The rest of you are just freeloading. If you have the time to watch my stream, then you have $5. What do you think of the gays? I think the homosexuals and the gays and the lesbians can do their thing. I don't mind, as long as you don't try to do it with me. Ricky thought on the age of consent. Hey Ricky, I tried to use your 15% off on OnlyFans coupons to get pics of your feet, but the discount code didn't work. Is OnlyFans cracking down on conservative content also? Here's the thing about my OnlyFans discount coupons. They only last for 1 minute each. As such, if you're not on your toes, if you're not demonstrating the entrepreneurial spirit you need to get to the position I am right now, then you can just imagine having a discount, okay? That I would ever give you something for free. Rose has been running this channel on a deficit. And by a deficit, I mean he hasn't been making a profit enough to put him in the position I am right now. As such, I have to come here and I have to fix things up. That's what we need. We need more people to run things like businesses. And that's why I'm here. When you're getting a nose job, Thoughts on Lil Nas? I do not know about this Little Nas. Lil Nauseum? Little Nauseous? Yo, Ricky, I've been talking to some feminazis about abortion. It's whack, right? True. I believe that the right for the fetus to live is crucial and should not be impeded on by any government institutions or people or these doctors who've gotten their bureaucratic licenses for approval. If I did enough research, give me a week, I will be twice as qualified as all these government-approved doctors. What's your take on premarital sex? I believe that people should do whatever they can to maximize their ability of succeeding in the free market. And premarital sex and the risk of a pregnancy is not one of those moves in order to ensure that your investments go well. How are my investments going? Phenomenally. Ricky, how do you think about workers' unions? You will be charged for viewing the stream $50 each. Indeed, you will be invoiced on your PayPal. Prepare. I know you don't wear masks. I don't either. Should I sell my left or right kidney? My rent is due and I want to optimize my future productivity. I have read information from other fellow organ donors. I already sold my kidney. That typically selling the left one is better because then you're left with the right kidney. And as we know, right is right, right is best. The left useless. You can just get rid of everything on the left side of your body. Everything on the left. This, you know, your left kidney, part of your large intestine, one of your lungs, the heart. It's not necessary to be right. Ricky reading chat with the speed of Caleb Moppin. You're gone. Hey Ricky, let's talk about an analogy. You're on a plane that crashes on a desert island. What do you think about green energy? Personally, the only green energy I care about, the ones that give me money. Indeed. You increase black in the sky, you increase black in my bank account. Thoughts on anti-racism education in high schools? I don't believe we should have schools. Why do we have schools? The internet is available nowadays. You can find all the information you need. Ricky, do you support trans rights? I support my right to transit my wealth from here to the Canary Islands to avoid taxes, if that's what you're talking about. What should I do if my lazy, greedy communist employees are asking for a raise? They say they want minimum wage. Who do they think they are? Just fire them. They're replaceable. They're all just cogs in my machine. What do you think about child labor? I think that we need to allow children to build their wealth and to make strides within society and to really show the world who they are and make a name for themselves and get themselves out of poverty, to fight, to struggle. Because after all, that is the human condition. Now I shall take the political compasses because you guys have distracted me for long enough. I have heard from a lot of my contemporary intellectuals, such as Ben Shapiro, the wonderful libertarian, that this test is incredibly biased, but I'll see if their bias is any match for my superior entrepreneurial investment intellect. Alert Ricky, your Swiss bank account has detected traces of fraud. In order to fix that and root out the scammers, please enter your Swiss bank account number and your social insurance number. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Orlando. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. I do not understand the dichotomy here. What is the difference between humanity and transnational corporations? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Indeed, anyone who seeks the abolition of the state, whether it be these radical Antifa, who I don't really agree with, but they mess up the government, so I don't mind, or the beautiful Boogaloo Boys, if they work with me and my goals, then we're fine. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. No! People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. This is true. For long, us people of means, us wealthy individuals, have been divided from the rest of society and have been harassed and have been targeted because of our wealth. It's no secret. So yes, the class is more important than these nation states you speak of. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Strongly agree. If inflation happens, my money will lose value. I will have less money. My money will be worthless. If unemployment goes up, I don't care. The poorest will suffer. I will do fine. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. This is such a ridiculous notion. This is completely fraudulent. The main and only goal of a company is to extract a profit. If the environment, these crazy global warming things happen, if that really were true, and it was the smartest, most wealthy people in the society who are causing it, they would recognize that, hey, if this happens, I won't be able to make a profit anymore. So why would they do it? Doesn't make any sense. Also, regulation is fascism. The freer the market, the freer the people. Yes, truer words had never been spoken. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. No! Everything should be up to trade. Everything, all the time. Nothing. Free market, movement of goods, trade, service. Have you learned nothing from basic economics? The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. What other social responsibility do they have? I can guarantee you, anyone who has ever said the words social responsibility in their entire life will never amass the amount of wealth I have. The rich are too highly taxed. There is no level of taxation that is okay. At what point is it okay to walk up, the state to walk up with a gun, metaphorically, to be like, give me your money? It's not okay at 1%. It's not okay at 50%. It's never okay. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of Medicare. Of course. Not having medical care is a phenomenal motivation to make your way into trying to amass some form of wealth. It really brings about the best in people. The fright of thinking that you might die at any moment due to not having health care. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be legal. True. Why should we violate the property rights of the fetus when it comes to abortion? The fetus has the right to the property of the mother's womb. All authority should be questioned. That depends on what you mean by all authority. If you mean the state, yes, all the time. If you mean my authority to subject my workers to optimal profit-seeking, conditions, then no. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters. The fact that taxpayers is even in this question, and it's like we're expected to operate within a reality where taxpayers are okay, is wrong. Taxpayers shouldn't exist. Delete taxpayers. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Let me consider the variables here. On one hand, the parent is violating the property rights of the children's ass cheeks. But on the other hand, the children are most likely on the property of the parents and have already violated their property. Or their right to that property can be revoked at any time. So here's what I'm going to say. As long as the parent revokes their kid's right to their property before they spank them, then it's justified because then they're infringing on their property and then they can take whatever action they want. But if they forget to revoke the children's right to their property and then spank them, then it's more of a violation of the kid's ass cheeks. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. True. What is this criminal offense? Once again, these random words like schools, like taxpayers, these spooks, these ideological manifestations that I put in here as a given is ridiculous. It's just more signaling of the socialist communist bias of this petty task here. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. No, the prime function of schooling should be to not exist. We shouldn't have schools. People should just get to educate themselves. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Yes, they must learn to discipline themselves, their little petty desires for health care, for basic needs, for human rights, and get rid of that and discipline themselves into orienting themselves along a market framework. No broadcasting institution over independent content should receive public funding. Once again, another one of these super loaded Marxist words. Public funding. Unbelievable. Like society. Like school. Like criminal offense. Taxpayers. Another one of these made up words. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. True, people of means at the top, people of poor at the bottom. The only art is the art of the deal, as put in the words of generous entrepreneur Donald Trump. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer than the artist. Hell yes, the only non-biased question on this entire test. Multinational corporations are unethically exploiting the planet. No, they're once again unethically exploiting. Do you hear how loaded this is? The only thing that is being unethically exploited in today's society is the government unethically exploiting me for my money through taxes. Some people are naturally unlucky. No, nobody's naturally unlucky. Anyone can succeed in life. Luck doesn't exist. Okay, I'm not lucky. I made it here through hard work, and I chose to be born into the right family. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. True. Because it takes you away from the final goal of getting more profit. What goes on in a private bedroom between two consenting adults is no business of the state. Nothing is the business of the state because the state shouldn't exist. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. True, because it's distracting people from succeeding in the free market. But now, I am going into debate mode to destroy these socialists and communists in the free marketplace of ideas. Come at me.
I have contentions with the point you had saying that abortion should be illegal, even when it threatens the mother's life. I think the fetus is more of a parasite. It doesn't even pay rent in the mother. It hasn't contributed anything yet to the market. And therefore, I think abortion should be legal at any time for the mother to quickly return back to a working place and generate wealth again. I have one last contention because you brought up Jesus Christ before.
Yes.
I just hope you're not taking someone who preaches giving stuff for free and just...
Oh no, you must have read the public Bible. I am a descendant of Jesus H. Christ himself. I started a business a few weeks ago. It's called Ricky for Christ, and in there I sell the proper version of the Bible interpreted through, yours truly, in which I actually talk about the real ideology of Jesus H. Christ. And Jesus H. Christ, he was a ruthless businessman, okay? First, one of these little free market, little right, left-wing communists, whatever, that wanted to debate me, demolished. They were gone, okay? They were gone. It just served him argument after argument. My logical brain was inventing new industries as we spoke. Have you ever heard of anybody posit the idea of a firm that removes your sex organs and then gives them back to you just so you can have sex with the privatized sex work industry and then takes them back afterwards to stop you from having sex for free? Like, come on, guys. Lewis.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
I can indeed hear you.
Yeah, so I've got to be quick because I think my parents are going to be home soon.
Okay.
And be on the computer for too long.
I see.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit nervous because I'm a big fan of yours, Ricky. I do want to debate you on one topic, but first, can I say two things first? I wanted to advertise. I've been working on an app. It's a dating app. It's called Swipe Right, and it's designed to have because whenever I've been on dating apps, it's really hard to sort of meet like conservative hotties to, go on dates with and stuff. And you just get called a transphobe or a sexist or a creep or whatever. And all you've done is wanted to share a few pictures or whatever. So anyway, I've made an app called Swipe Right. And you can find a link for that. I've linked it on my Parler account, Belligerent Brexiteer 1990. Or you can find it on my blog. Sorry, I've got the notes here.
Lewis?
You find them, yeah.
You made a beginner entrepreneurship mistake, which I am doing you the favor of pointing out at this moment in time. Because you presented this idea, I believe I own the rights for it. You talked about it on my private platform. I think it's my idea now. Actually, I don't know if you want.
No. That's what I want.
It's too late.
No, bro. We agree. I wanted to go in on this with you.
Do you really think I would allow you to talk about your product here without paying, you paying money for it if it wasn't for the goal of me stealing it from you?
No, I was coming with you with a proposition. I was wondering if. Yeah, with all the new gains you've made, plus the excellent OnlyFans content that you've had up. I had problems with the discount code, but that's I get why you've done that. I was wondering if you could be the face of this app
Hmm. Yeah. You know, why not? I am clearly the apex of dating in any categories, but I might as well lend my
Well,
face towards dating within the right wing categories as well.
I think you've got like the right chin line, the right jaw line, the good chin structure and bone structure, and I think you've got the the alpha male kind of qualities that I'm looking for. You can find more about this on my blog at www.//belligerent Brexiteer 123.wixsite.com/my website. You can also find stuff on there about Brexit. I've also written a manifesto on there about being a voluntary a vol incel, which is that I would be incel, but I've not had the chance to refuse sex yet.
I just want to congratulate you on your wonderful choice of a domain name. Because of the beautiful intricacies, simple minds would interpret it as complicated. Only the most big brain right wing intellectuals would be able to remember that domain name you just listed out before without any issue. So I just wanted to compliment you on that beautiful choice of, like marketing and design there.
Oh, that means a lot. You really are my kind of like my business mentor. I listened to the podcast you did when you said you've always got to cut overheads, and I figured spending all that money on an actual website.
It's a bit cringe. Fellow ANCAP Kanye.
Hello, I wanted to respect you first. I love you. I love you, Ricky. Ricky, I respect you so much, Ricky. Yeah, debunk the liberal communists.
I got you. Easy. Whenever you need to debunk them, just say the following statement, okay? 100 million iPhone Vuvuzuela, and they're done. It's over. It's over for them.
Got you.
100 million iPhone Vuvuzuela. Never forget that. Also, make sure to get my book, okay? It's called Ricky and the Ladies, okay? Just came out a few days ago. Beautiful. I'm sure it could help you.
How much is it? How much is it?
Oh, it's nothing big. It's just it's kind of like it's a new model on books. I kind of thought of myself. So instead of the old fashioned thing that you buy the book and you get the whole thing, every few weeks I release a new chapter, and for every new chapter, it's just like if people are willing to pay like $60 for some pixel game or whatever, then I'm sure people are willing to pay at least twice as much for some genuine life-changing advice in the form of dating advice. So for just $120 a chapter, you can get access.
$120. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you, Ricky. I love you, my guy.
Wonderful.
But,
Green bell pepper.
Instead of calling you Ricky, I would like to call you by your true name, which is private proprietor. And I think private proprietor is also a large name, so I'm going to short it to PP. What do you think about that?
I think this is a wonderful time. It is exactly this type of time-saving measures that got me to the position I am right now, and it makes me deeply happy to see this type of behavior being exhibited in the coming generations of entrepreneurs.
Of course, my friend PP, you're great. Can I share some documentations? Where can I share it? I would like to ask you, what do you think about these research papers?
The most successful chimpanzee on Wall Street. This is a beautiful story.
Yeah, but I'm black and I don't believe in color. I don't believe in color at all, brother.
Yeah, that's true. There are no other social classes except for person of means and person of broke, baby.
What do you think of the socialist? What's his name? Vladimir Lenin, something like that?
Yeah, crazy guy, Russian. They did the USSR and they personally executed 100 million people, if I don't remember correctly.
I thought it was 200 million. Chat, I want you to donate $5 billion to Ricky right now. $5 billion to Ricky.
That's where it's at.
Hello, I am Tanky Man, otherwise known as Vladimir Ulyanov Lenin. Okay, I am come here to debate the crazy capitalist scum. Are you crazy capitalist scum?
Are you a crazy communist scum? Is the question I would pose back to you.
I am crazy communist scum.
Unbelievable. How can you advocate? Unbelievable. Why can't you be just like a normal person of means that extracts their pleasure from seeing their minimum wage workers suffer and have to piss in bottles to make ends meet? Why can't you just be normal like me? Why do you have to do this weird statist action?
We put kulaks in gulag and we watch them work for us for no wages, which is basically the same, but in more fun and in red. I love red.
All right. Ricky has utterly demolished everyone who stepped on to debate them. I can now go back into... We're chilling. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Ricky. Tonight, I have been here to reclaim this disgusting channel from the progressive soy boy Rose Wrist, and to show some real facts and reason and free market reliability within this stream. If Rose doesn't step up his game and make this a profitable venture for both himself and Ricky, the person who's renting him, myself, who's renting him all this equipment and the channel name and everything, I'm sorry. It's gonna be, I might have to take over the channel in its entirety. Here, we're here for the fact, we're here for the logic, we're here for the rhetoric, and we're here for the anarcho-capitalism and the entrepreneurship. I have been Ricky, your person of means, and I am signing off now. Goodbye, everybody. I have business ventures to get to. I have investments to make. I have workers to exploit. I have taxes to evade. I have islands to visit. I have a lot of stuff to do. And I can't do that as long as I'm streaming. So, goodbye, everybody. And I'll see you all whenever Rose Wrist acts up again and doesn't pay his rent on time. Goodbye, goodbye.